Good morning, everyone. My name is Kenneth, and I'm back with a new video that we're going to do. Today's topic is about changing the default port for your EC2 instance from the default port, which is port 22, and we're just gonna change it to something else. So the reason for doing this is to secure your instances. So we're gonna go straight to the EC2 that I already have running, and we're gonna connect to that EC2 instance using the default port, and then we're gonna change it later and see if it's gonna work. So to connect to my EC2 instances that is already running, I'm gonna use the MobX term, this application, and then click on session. It's gonna give you options here. So I'm just gonna select SSH. So I'm gonna specify the IP address on the remote host. So my IP address is 34. Let me double check it. My EC2 IP address. Okay, yeah, I got it. .34. Let me just copy it and paste it to save time. And specify the username. The default username for an EC2 is EC2-user. So from here, we're going to use the default port. So we haven't changed it. Actually, I've changed it, but I haven't make it to be useful. So after that, you go to advanced SSH and locate to a place where you have saved your key pair. So my key pair's name is Oregon KP. And then I'm gonna use that key pair and connect to my instance. There it is connected to my instance. So what I need to do now is to go and change the default port. So to change the default port, you have to go to the config file for that SSH port. So you need to use the sudo. Sudo allows you to use, excuse me, to use the root privilege and use this command here. So this is actually this is actually where the SSH port file sitting. So it is sitting on this sshd-config. So you can actually use nano or you can use VI depending on your preferations. So myself, I prefer to use VI. So I'm just gonna remove this. And use VI. So VI stands for Vim. And then from there, you click enter. So from here to insert or to make changes, you need to click on the I to insert. As you can already see here, so let me scroll down or up. So by default, this will be commented with the hashtag character, but we need to delete that hashtag and then change the port number. The port number, let's just use 2222. And to save, you need to click on escape button on your keyboard and then column W for write, excuse me, and the Q for quit. And then enter, click enter. So the port has been changed now. So what we need to do is to restart the SSH. To restart the SSH, you need to type the command sudo service SSHD restart. So it is restarted. So now let's go open another session. So in this new session, we're going to use a different port number. So preferably, I prefer not to close this session. So if things don't go well, then you can come back and make some changes here. So we're just gonna use the same IP address. Let me copy it and paste it to save time. So the IP address is pasted. Oh, sorry, I've pasted the wrong information. So here is our IP address, and we're going to specify the username, which is EC2 hyphen user. And then since we changed the port to port 2222, now let's change the port number 2222, and we're going to add our SSH key. And then now let's connect. So basically, so with the EC2, it shouldn't connect because we haven't changed the security group. But let's just see what's gonna happen if we click OK to connect to this EC2 instances with the new port. So you can see it's not connecting. The reason for this is because we haven't changed we haven't allowed this port 22 to receive traffic. So let's go to our EC2 instances. So our EC2 instance is here. And then let's find security group, go to security group. And under inbound security groups, you can see we're just gonna add another policy. Inbound rule. Let's quickly find where is our instances, which security group our instance is connected to. This is the security group. And then we're going to edit the rules. And then we're just gonna modify this one. We're gonna modify this one and make it custom TCP. Custom TCP. and change the port to port 22. And we're just gonna specify any IP address already is there. Then let's save. After saving, let's go back to our instance and try to connect us. So you trying to connect as the user name, as the user. Okay, let me just execute this and click accept. Yes, as you can see, we are now connected to our new to the same instance, but this time we are connected with a different port. So now let's see if that port can still be accessible. Let's create a new session again, which we're gonna use the port 22 to connect to this EC2 instance. EC2 hyphen user, and we specify the IP address. The IP address is 34.210.210.194. And then add the SSH key to authenticate. And then let's see. It shouldn't be connecting because this port is no longer it's no longer allowed on the EC2 instance. Let's connect and see what's going to happen. You see, it's no longer connecting. So which means our configuration that we made has worked properly. And this is how you change the default SSH key to any other key. Not the default SSH key, but the default SSH port number to a different port number to secure your instances. Thanks, guys, for watching. I hope this has been informative and you can implement it in your organization. But be careful